This is Allie.
Hi.
I'm Mark. Together we're AMFoto. And in this session, I want to focus more on some of the more detailed aspects of lighting. So as human beings, when we're walking through a grocery store, or at the gas station, or at work, when we see somebody coming, the first thing that we do is make eye contact. As a photographer, that's part of the key process when you're doing the portraiture work. What are you capturing? What emotional state are you capturing of the person that you're framing? When you're doing portraiture work, you have to coach the model. And at some point, you're going to capture some emotive state or expression on their face. Whether they're angry, they're happy, they're pensive, they're nervous, like I am right now. No, just kidding. And so when you're behind the lens, working the camera, you're going to see all these things happening. So the interaction between you and who you're photographing is very important. One of the things that brings out that emotive state, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to capture with them, is the catch light, where it falls in the eyes. And that's why we decided, hey, let's just talk about catch light. Catch lighting is like a signature for professional photographers. If you study some of the famous portrait shooters, one of the things that you find is that they all use a little different type of lighting setup, but it gives this signature reflection in the eyes. You can get very creative. You can use 5 different lights if you want, but pay attention to the reflection in the eye, because that really makes a huge difference. So we've experimented with this a bit, and right now what we're working with is basically 2 lights. So below me, I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, we have a strip box mounted to a strobe. And then we also use a beauty dish up here. So the beauty dish gives a circular reflection above the pupil, and the strip light gives kind of a curve underneath the pupil. So I kind of want to focus on that today and explain the different cause and effect when you're adjusting these lights. Okay, so one of the things that you want to do when you start working with portraiture work is you want to set up your catch lighting, get your subject in front of the lens, and what I want you to look at in this clip is in Sylvia's eyes you see 2 primary reflections. There's a circular one on the top of her pupil, it's intruding just a little bit, and then along the bottom you'll see kind of a curved one. All right, so like I said, we've got a strip modifier on a strobe below, and the modeling lamp is on right now, so we're just working with modeling lamps. Above her pupil is a circular reflection, and that's the modeling lamp and the strobe that's in a beauty dish. So right now we're at maximum intensity, so if you pay attention to the circular light above the pupil, watch what happens as I bring the slider down, and it disappears completely. I'm going to bring it all the way back up, but see how it affects the lighting on her face. You kind of got to balance it when you're working, because when the strobes go off, the modeling lamps kind of represent how the light's going to come out in the shadow areas of her face. I'm going to bring this one all the way up. Now I'm going to, that's the beauty dish. Now I'm going to bring down the strip light below, and watch what happens with the reflection in her eye there. Eventually you lose it. I'm going to bring it back up. So one of the points that we'd like to bring out, Allie and I, is that you can work with more than 1 light. You can work with 10 lights if you want to. But like I said, focus on the reflection in the eye. Try not to completely cover that pupil, because when we make eye contact with human beings, that's our first form of communication, like I said earlier. You want to be able to see into the pupil. You see that catch light in her eyes? That's flattering. That's really, really flattering, and that's what you kind of want to focus on. You want it to be compelling. So lighting is so important. You don't have to stress over it, but what we're trying to encourage you to do, what we're trying to encourage everybody to do, is experiment with it. Get your own signature style. That's going to set you apart from everybody else. It's easy to look at a shot of a famous photographer and see their lighting and duplicate it. Well, Allie and I don't want to be like everybody else. We want to define our own style of lighting, to develop our own signature of catch light in the eyes, so that sets us apart from everybody else. It's easy to get into that groove of oh, hey, I can do that, only I can do it just a little bit better. Be different. That's our point. Be different. Allie, Mark, AMFoto, Musician A, Musician B. Hey, thanks for checking out our video. We hope it's been helpful for you. We're going to be doing a lot more. But today, like I said, we touched on catch light in the eyes and how that can bring out the emotive state of the person that you're photographing. It also adds a huge layer of flattery. So yeah, check it out. Experiment with your lights. Define your own style of catch light. That's key. If you want, like I said, if you want to separate yourself out from other photographers, start on that aspect first. That's what we recommend. Take care.